should Scott Pilgrim have ended up with? Wallace! Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Kim Pine here. Yay. No, it's Hannah here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about who I personally believe Scott Pilgrim should have ended up with. I am not a very opinionated person, at least I don't think so. But when it comes to this movie, I actually do have a lot of opinions. Don't watch this if you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim. Spoilers will be everywhere. First up, I got Scott Pilgrim. He's 22. Apparently, okay, first of all, let me back up and say all of these facts that I got were off of like Scott Pilgrim Wiki, so if it's false, don't be hating. It's not me, it's the freaking website. He's 22. His powers are understanding, love, self-respect, and video game style fighting. I don't really agree with all those. He was in the band Sex Bomb. I can't say it. Yeah, his enemy is basically the 7 evil X's and Gideon Graves, which is the major evil X. We got Ramona Flowers. She's 24. She has powers of love, subspace, the glow, if you've read that in the books. And then she works at Amazon, and her enemies are obviously the 7 evil X's, and for some reason Doug. I think it was one of her exes as well. Alright, we got Knives Chow. She is 17 years old. She doesn't have any powers. She's a student, and her enemy is Ramona Flowers. Next, we have my favorite character of all time, Envy Adams. She's 25 years old. Her powers are censoring. It's raining! Ah! Sorry, it's raining, so if you hear this sudden white noise ambient background, it's the rain. Okay. Envy Adams is my absolute favorite. She's 25. Her band is Clash at Demon Head, and her enemy is Scott Pilgrim. Kim Pine is 23 years old. She does not have any powers. She's also in Sex Bomb, and she doesn't have any enemies. Now that I have established all of the characters, it's time for me to get into some deep opinions. I'd like to talk a little bit about Scott Pilgrim's choices. So this whole movie is I feel like it's kind of designed to make Scott Pilgrim look very uncertain about himself. Scott Pilgrim seems to me a little bit wimpy, and he just doesn't know what he wants in life at all, except for Ramona. When he was with Knives, he was super sweet, but Knives was very young, and he just kind of led her on, because for a while, he knew he liked Ramona, and still continued to be with Knives. That was frustrating. Also, Knives is a minor, and since she's so young, she put her whole self into Scott Pilgrim, and he was just like, yeah, I'm not really interested, which is not cool. If you've read the books, you can see that Kim actually had a past with Scott as well. They did kind of date for a while, and Scott just kind of left her hanging. And everything is good when he finally gets with Ramona Flowers, except for the fact that Knives is crying in a corner because she still loves him. Then Envy Adams comes along, and whenever Envy Adams comes around, he gets super insecure and starts freaking out and acts like she's a ghost, which is kind of not cool for Ramona because she's sitting there watching like, what's the big deal about this girl? Scott Pilgrim is fighting off the evil X's. He's also kind of fighting off Envy Adams because in the movie it doesn't show it as much, but in the actual books it shows where they did have a pretty deep history and just how that relationship went down. And I also don't think he was great with Envy Adams because, if I'm gonna be honest, Envy Adams is way out of Scott Pilgrim's league. Yeah, but that's also a little biased because I really do like Envy Adams. She's super cool. So, who do I think Scott Pilgrim should have ended up with is such a great question. For the longest time, I thought it should have been Envy Adams because she's so cool. She has a band that is kick-ass. She's got this stupid rain that will not stop. She's confident. She has a history with him, and she's just got this like demeanor that like he just falls apart when he's around her. And so for the longest time, I was like, man, he should have ended up with Envy Adams. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, no. He shouldn't have, because Envy Adams has already kind of closed that chapter of her life. And I honestly think in the movie she did kind of want Scott Pilgrim back, but when after interacting with him, she realized how flimsy he was, and I don't think she missed that too much. Ultimately, Knives is out because she's too young and she is giving herself completely to Scott Pilgrim, and he's just totally ignoring it. Kim's out because Kim's too cool for Scott. Envy Adams is out because she's way out of Scott's league. So I actually do think Ramona Flowers was the best because she got a little wish-washy too towards the end. She kind of disappeared. I don't know. I still am trying to comprehend what all that meant, where she disappeared. Was that just Scott's illusion? Did she actually just disappear because she needed time to herself? And if so, why? I don't know. I don't really get that. Maybe in the comments below you can tell me what you think. I really do think that the author of this made it all work together really well. And that's just my opinion. Some people have different opinions, but yeah, Ramona Flowers is it. I know that's probably a letdown. You're like, I was expecting something else. Well, I kind of was too. I was expecting me to go full on Envy Adams, but at the end I realized she needs to move on. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me rant about Scott Pilgrim. I do recommend the movie and I do recommend the books. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about Scott Pilgrim, the movie, the books, the character. Who do you think he should have ended up with? Or should he just have ended up alone? Let me know, and I guess I'll see you guys next week, but please like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, bye! Who do you think Scott Pilgrim should have ended up with? Or should he have... Thank you.